David Agondoa. Tonight, the Director of Public Prosecutions, Renson Mulele, has indicated that inconclusive and weak investigations into cases of alleged police brutality by the Independent Police Oversight Authority, IPOA, is what is standing between justice for victims and the justice, as you said. Mulele says his office has returned to IPOA 3 out of 4 files of alleged police killings in the protests, directing further investigations. Amongst the files sent back to IPOA is that of Rex Kanyike Masai, with the DPP saying it lacks crucial evidence, including witness statements from first responders and those who were there. And as Ibrahim Karanja now reports, the case of the death of Evans Kirato will now be forwarded for a public inquest before conclusions are drawn.
Rex Kanyike Masai, a name that still rings a bell in the minds of many Kenyans 32 days since his death. Not only because his was the first death by a bullet in the current series of protests, but also because his was a stark reminder that even in a largely peaceful demonstration, police brutality would still rear its ugly head. Everyone hoped for justice and that his killer would be brought to book.
Mama napenda Mungu, sitamlipisha kisasi. Acha Mungu akadili na yeye. Yet
today, the first hurdle on the road to justice for Rex was made public at the office of the Director of Public Prosecutions.
The people who took Rex Kanyike Masai to hospital have not come forward to record statements, including the key witness who was with the deceased during the shooting and who informed the deceased parents after the incident occurred. The CCTV footage showing the shooting does not clearly identify the person who pulled the trigger. I call upon any person with information pertaining to this case, especially the witnesses who took the deceased to hospital and those who witnessed the shooting, to come forward and record a statement with IPOA.
Yet investigations into Rex's death and possible police culpability are not the only ones referred back to IPOA for further investigations. There is the case of Dominic Wanjala Mutua and that of Gianna Obonyo, both of whom have been sent back for further investigations, with the DPP saying that what IPOA has so far presented cannot hold a case.
We are forwarding the files back to IPOA to cover the areas that are not covered, so that we can be able to come up with a conclusive review. It means we return files where we see there is some evidence that is missing and can be found. So that's what we have done. We have directed in those 3, they go and cover those areas and then resubmit the files as soon as possible.
But in the case of Evans Kirato, who died while undergoing treatment at the Kenyatta National Hospital, the DPP has directed the matter for an inquest at the courts.
To date, investigations carried out so far have not found any person culpable, and I call upon the public or any other person with information pertaining to this case to come forward and record statements with IPOA.
This Tuesday evening pronouncements casting the spotlight on IPOA and the quality and depth of investigations, which, if not properly conducted, would see culpable police officers get away with murder. Among other cases that the DPP has recommended for investigations include the shooting of Kameme TV and FM journalist Catherine Wanjeri Karaoke in Nakuru. Ibrahim Karanja, NTV.